Welcome to the Miracles and Wellness Podcast. My name is Clarissa Booker, and I'm a holistic coach and beauty expert. I'm here to empower and motivate you to improve your health and lose weight by adding more whole plant foods into your lifestyle. In addition, kick stress to the curb. So be open to receive, because I believe that miracles are for everyone. Hey there, my friend. Hope you're having a wonderful day. So today we're going to talk a little bit about sometimes you might feel deprived if you feel like you can't eat some food that you love. And that might come from, again, that all or nothing mindset. We think you have to just do everything perfectly. But sometimes that perfectionism might come back to bite you in the butt. Yes, it will, because it might backfire. And it's no need to do it perfectly, because honestly, nothing in life is perfect. So there is no need to try to be that way, okay? Just ultimately remembering for everything in life and on your health journey to give yourself that grace. It is much needed, all right? So if you vow to never eat junk food again, to always drink your gallon of water, and there's just so many things that's over the top, right? It's not gonna happen all the time. Even if you're doing good for 3 weeks and you have a day, it's all right, okay? You can be driven to go to the gym, hit the weights, and do all the things you got to do that you set out to do to reach your goals, right? But it's okay to be somewhat flexible, because if you're too strict, there might be failure that comes apart. And if you are so hard on yourself, you might start beating yourself up, right? The guilt trip will come in. And I don't want you to worry about feeling frustrated, right? And also that constant deprivation will also lead to frustration. So if you are being so strict on yourself, you're not allowing yourself to live, because it's life. Anything can happen, right? Maybe there's an event, just anything. And so you want to give yourself some kind of leeway so that there's a sense of balance within. And then also, if there are certain items that you do enjoy eating, there's always a way, a lot of times you can flip it and make it a more healthy version of it. So it doesn't always have to be off limits, okay? And for example, say you do want to lower your blood pressure and you are avoiding your animal products and you are transitioning into a whole food, plant-based way of eating. There are still a number of ways you could prepare food to help you with those cravings. And there's just a number of ways. Just have to be open to the possibilities of trying different variations. But it doesn't have to always be about deprivation. And if you do not have a food addiction, you can sometimes have something. Once you get to that place, once you are at that place, you're working with a coach, you are working with a trainer. Once you get to that place that is good for you, then you can maybe have a treat. And even if you get to the point before that you have a slip up, just try to backtrack and just start over. That's it. Just try to be aware of your decisions. Just asking yourself questions, right? You could write questions down that you could, just be mindful of when you're eating, right? Well, a moment before you get ready to eat or just drink or do anything, right? Just asking yourself, is this going to support my goals, right? Simple. You can and be honest with yourself, right? So that you know what you're doing. So if I eat this piece of cake, is it going to support my goals, right? I know this is loaded with sugar and icing and just all the things, and I really want it. And if I eat this, what's going to be the outcome? Is this going to support me going forward? Is it going to hinder me? Am I going to go backwards? And then if you decide to eat it, is this really going to throw me off track, right? Altogether? It's probably not that one piece of cake. I said one piece of cake, okay? Now, there's no right or wrong answer. It's just you being aware of what's happening, right? And just not guilt tripping yourself, just being aware of the choices that you are making. And once you're aware of the choices that you're making, even if you're keeping a food journal, not writing the calories down, but just writing everything down so that you know what you're eating. If you do have something like that, say you're out, you guys are just hanging out, it's a beautiful day outside, and you're just enjoying yourself. You just had a day and it's cool, right? That doesn't mean the next day you can't pick back up, right? You just don't want to get stuck in there. Like Labor Day just passed, so it's kind of, the official end of the summer, so to speak. And you've probably been out enjoying yourself, right? You're supposed to. And now it's actually a fantastic time for you to just rev up everything, right? Get your health back in order. And with you working on getting your health back in order, so to speak, just paying attention to the choices that you're making and trying to add more balance, right? Balance can seem so hard sometimes, doesn't it? When you're trying to juggle all the things. Look, sis, I get it, okay? And if you're feeling that'll help you, just asking yourself why you need more balance, right? Is there something that's feeling a little off? Just taking that time to sit with yourself, maybe doing a meditation, just trying to figure out what that is and what that means to you, right? To be more balanced, right? And what you can do. And describe it in detail. Just write it down, right? You might not even know what you need sometimes. That's that powerful thing about meditation and journaling. Things just start coming out, right? You just sit there and you start journaling. You'd be like, wait, what was that? It's something you needed to hear is what it was, okay? And then good thing it came out. Sometimes it's not even like you're out of balance. Sometimes you're just distracted, right? TV is going on, the social, and it's just all these things are in the way. Do you ever do like a social media detox? You ever do that? You need to do that sometimes, okay? Even if you're using it for like work or something like that, because everything is online, right? Just finding a way to remove some of these distractions so you can get back to self. Sometimes you just need that, right? You need that break, okay? Look, we all do, right? And along with the distraction, just being able to say no, right? This is a big thing. Sometimes people do not like to say no, and you have to do it. You can still love on people and take care of people and do all of the things and say no. Okay, just say it with me. No. N to the O. All right. Look, that can go along with the distractions. You'd be like, sometimes you just gotta be like, I can't do this right now, right? You just can't do it. You might have to ask somebody else to help you, delegate something, or just whatever it is. Or just be like, hey, honey, I can't do that right now. Whatever that is, okay? Because you got to take care of yourself. Sometimes we don't do that. We put our own selves in the back burner and it has to stop, okay? This just has to stop. So you got to put yourself first, right? All of that stuff is connected. So even, for example, if you are out, right, and you are feeling that deprivation come up, right, and you just be like, I got to have it. But then something in the back of your mind is like, you really don't want that. But then there's somebody around you maybe asking you to try it. Listen to that voice in your head, right? The one that's being positive, the positive voice, okay? The positive one, as I say, because that's just for a lot of things in general, right? You have a crazy schedule going on and you just have to figure out some things and not just please everybody, please yourself, right? That people pleasing thing, we need to people please ourselves, right? That's what that needs to go back to, because that just leads down a line of the stress and the anxiety and just all the things, and it builds up. And especially if you don't express it or say it, because then that can turn into resentment. It's just a whole line of stuff that can happen, right? Has that ever happened to you? I think it's happened to everybody, right? But then you realize that you have to start saying no. And people are still going to love you or be your friend or whatever it is if you tell them no. And if they don't, it probably wasn't a healthy relationship, whatever it was, right? Whatever kind of friendship it was, a relationship or whatever it is, right? People should respect your boundaries. Absolutely. And ultimately, you have to respect your own boundaries, okay? So even though you want to give yourself grace, because we're all human and things happen, things don't improve without change. In order for transformation to take place, there has to be change. And you're aware of this, okay? So in order for that to happen, you do need to put action into place. You need to put the steps into place, your goals, and know what it is that you're trying to go towards. And so when things happen once in a blue moon, it's not like a big deal, because it just happened that one time when you're on that trajectory, that path going towards what it is that you want, right? But you can't let whenever something does happen throw you off, because something's always going to happen, right? Life is just, what is it? We're just moving around obstacles every day, right? We're just putting out fires, doing all the things. But that's why we just always growing, right? And learning new things. And it never stops. So that when something new comes along, we know how to maneuver around that. So there's no deprivation for real, because there's always a way where that you can accomplish that. So if you want to eat a certain item, because we're talking about food here, you can always look up recipes, find new ways to create, have some fun, and do some things with that, right? There's always a way. Okay, my friend, it's always a blessing to be here with you. And you're looking for some more plant-based recipes, or you are looking to introduce some more plant food into your lifestyle, I would love for you to download this resource for you, WFPB Power. WFPB Flour will be 12 delicious plant-based recipes. Plant-based, of course. All right, so until next time.
Bye, guys.
Thank you so much for coming by. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe on your favorite platform, and also don't forget to leave a written review, as well as share this episode. That's how we spread the message.